Have you been out to Epic Bar?
Not when it was Epic Bar.
Oh, so it's changed.
It's changed owners, I think.
And name?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know.
It wasn't really a music venue when I went.
Yeah.
It was just a dive bar.
Well,
again, for people who know San Antonio, it was a dive bar on Austin Highway. Take that for what you want.
yeah, now it's kind of turned into what you could make of it.
It was a dive bar if you didn't want to be seen or found by anyone. That's where you went to go have a few beers.
Nice. Okay, now I'm getting to Lynchburg. So in Lynchburg, Virginia, the reason that I gravitate towards stuff like that is because I was going downtown Lynchburg to some fucked up house on like the west side of the city. Dude, we had cattle decapitation roll through the living room of the whorehouse. It was a house down there that one of the bands rented and they threw shows in the living room. That's where I saw Cassius Clay, and like I said, that vocalist is now in the band Volumes as a vocalist in Volumes. Cattle decapitation rolled through there. There was a big.
That's amazing.
It was so sick, dude. There was like 60 kids, yeah, just jammed in this living room. But it was different times, man. Like I feel like all the artists from out here that I meet, I always tell them the same thing, and that is coming from where I came from locationally in the States. The guys here, and I mean even your first show, like dude, your first ever show might be at the Rock Box. Even if it's on a night where 50 people are in there, you have a sound guy. You have legitimate lighting. You have a stage. Just even having a stage. You know what I mean? The ball is in their court here. And it's just, as I trudge through this scene, to me, this just seems like a Disneyland of opportunities. But the more you talk to people here, you find out the things that they struggle with.
And a lot of the local bands, too, are now doing that same thing here in town. I don't know how many going through flyers. Bands playing at a house. And it's like a house party, a house show. And it's like, hey, we'll drop here's the flyer of all who's going to be there. We're going to drop the address on Friday.
Yep.
Respect the venue. Or a Generator Ditch show. The Culebra Ditch. That I've seen a lot of shows playing there.
Man, he just sent me a video of someone he knows that was right under one of those electrical tower things, filming a video out there. But that's those creative juices, Chuck. That's the shit you got to tap into to set yourself apart in a saturated market. Because back to, it wasn't Fuel Bar, Epic Bar, that's where we started this part of the talk, right? Back to Epic Bar, I gravitate there because to me, there's something to be said about that up close and personal mayhem that happens at a death metal house show. And it's not, I'm not talking unsafe, but I'm just talking inhibitions are let loose. You're in the music. It's right in your face. So there's no escaping it. And honestly, this room right here, the reason that I love it so much is it reminds me of that living room in Lynchburg, Virginia, if I just had a few $1,000 to make it awesome. You know what I mean? And that's what we have here in this live room. And that's probably how Epic Bar is. Like, from what I've heard from just about everybody, it seems like that's about how it is. And I still haven't made it out there yet. I gotta get out there. I know the Imbalance dudes jam there all the time.
Yeah, it's been more probably within the last year that I've started seeing them do shows. Like
really?
Shows
Picking up on that
there.
side? Yeah.
So I think it may have been, I don't know, maybe change owners?
Maybe.
Or something, and they wanted to start bringing live music in?
Yep. And who knows, man? Maybe the space as a whole, I don't know where it is or what's beside it, but maybe it gets bigger and becomes that Lynchburg version of what I was used to. You know what I mean? I think that's sick as fuck. And the tickets there, it all makes sense because ticket prices I've noticed at show flyers I've seen are a little lower, $5, $7, that type of thing. So that makes sense. Damn, Epic Bar then, Fuel Bar, gotta check that out. So your reaction to Happy Place, while I've heard great thing, like I have had an awesome time playing the stage at Happy Place, it seems to be one of those mixed review places for me, and maybe it's just because it's. Have they been doing shows for a long time, or is it new?
It's kind of the same like Epic Bar.
They haven't
been. The mixed reviews you probably get is because where it's located.
Where is it located?
I-35 and Rittiman.
Rittiman.
Again, for people in San Antonio, if you know where I-35 and Rittiman is, you know what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm. And why he's saying that is because I don't. I did know that it was on a road called Rittiman.
Yeah.
But I just haven't been out there. So what side of the city is that on?
Northeast.
Oh, well, fuck.
And I grew up northeast side. So
Is it safe to say that Cibolo is northeast, or would you say east?
No, that's considered northeast.
Northeast?
Yeah,
I live in Cibolo. So damn, there's really no excuse. I gotta get out here and check out Happy Place.
From where we're at here, it's not actually too far. You just go down up on 35 South, exit Rittiman. And if I remember correctly where it is, once you exit 35 going to the highway, it's not too far down.
Really? It's like 5-10 minutes down 35?
Yeah, probably about 10-15 minutes from where we're at here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the other thing. San Antonio, in terms of sheer size, is a lot bigger than I thought, dude. I was really thinking Dallas was going to be like the one out here, but nah, dude. San Antonio's blown my fucking mind. It's huge. So Gold Nuggets. What other Gold Nugget venues are out here? Obviously, Vibes, Rockbox,
staples.
I go to all the time. Freeman Coliseum, I've been there. Bond's another staple, been to shows there. I have not been yet to Fitzgerald's.
Fitzgerald's is good. It's a good sized venue.
Okay.
It's a good
Sound pretty
venue.
good in there?
Yeah,
Nice.
it sounds good.
I know Carterize tends to play there some, and Haywire also plays there.
Yep. They're a good venue, right? It's, again, off San Pedro.
Yep.
By right near North Star Mall, kind of that area.
Okay. Yeah.
Airport area. The stage is good. Good sound there.
Long-standing venue too, right? They've been around for years.
They've been around for a while.
Yeah.
I know it was a venue before it became Fitzgerald. I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, see, damn, dude, this is just an
there's a lot
industry city.
There's a lot of venues that have always been venues. They've just changed names.
Owners come and go. Names come and go. I get that for sure. Fitzgerald's was one. It's kind of surprising I haven't been there because when I did move here, the flyers for Fitz were everywhere. I mean, I think I just so happened to choose the Upon a Burning Body show at Vibes. But yeah, it is surprising I haven't been out. I see flyers for Fitz all the time. JC talking to me about Fitz all the time. I think between Fitz and Bonds, I want to say those two are probably the most popular for like the local promoters out here.
For I'd say, metal.
Yeah. I gotta remember that too. Yeah, because there's gonna be other scenes.
Because even when you start getting like the St. Mary Strip, there's Paper Tiger, and they do a lot of local shows in the side room. Amp Room, that's right across the street.
I got tickets to and had to give them away because we had something else scheduled. But Paper Tiger, White Rabbit is what I always hear out here. Yeah. Also, haven't been there yet. Had tickets to go see Napalm Death there. It was either Napalm Death or Necrophagus. I think it was Napalm Death.
Yeah, they had come.
Yes, I had 2 tickets to that show, and I had to give them away because we had something else going on. But dude, it seems like Paper Tiger books some bangers every now and again too.
Oh yeah, you can get.
What's the cap in there, Chuck?
Ooh.
Between 5 and 1,000 or smaller?
Probably more.
Really?
Because they...
Is it Vibe size?
Not Vibe size.
Okay.
But they have like garage doors on the side.
Yeah.
So for like the bigger sold out shows.
The infamous garage doors.
They open them up and then they have like their whole patio with the outside bar on one side.
Nice.
And kind of a little smaller outside area to each side, so that counts as their
venue space.
Yeah. I'd rather the packed shows where it's nuts to butts. I stand out to the side.
I would
because you can walk up pretty closer to the stage.
Yeah.
But you can stand outside, smoke a cigarette.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude,
and
still watch.
And still watch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm actually more partial to that myself. When I got out of the Army, so my wife had never even been to a concert. Like never any concert, right? So I'm from Blue Ridge Rock Fest land. But yes, I have been in the middle of a shitty situation with a first-time concert goer at a metal show where you think you're in a right spot and it turns bad. So the Paper Tiger opening those doors, I'm way more partial now to be just kind of out of the way. Where I'm 35. I like to watch now.
I'm 46. So
you get it. You get it.
Yeah.
And I don't have any.
And
shame.
I've been there, done that, and
too many times.
Yeah.
Too many times.
Like you said, I get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 beers in, and it's like, tell my girlfriend, say, babe, might be coming out of retirement.
I'll
be coming out of retirement, And then I start thinking, and then I think about it, and it's like,
no, I feel way too good right here.
I'd rather hang out at the bar
yeah,
and just watch it. Yeah, no.
Yeah, man. I think it was Bonds a couple months ago. I got brave, if you will. So I'd had my few drinks, and it was a great show. So I start moseying on up, And I got reminded really quick. There's this chick right in front of me. This dude comes straight across with a flying elbow. I'm talking stiff as a board, Chuck. This chick was like, boo, bam, and just landed on the ground. So I helped her up, and that was my excuse. I was like, I'm going to just scoot it back a tiny bit and enjoy from the back. Because, I think those years for me, they're a thing of the past.
Yeah, I went to Paper Tiger when Madball played, and this guy did a front flip, and his foot hit this chick, knocked her cold.
Fuck.
Madball stopped the show so they could get her up and make sure
she was okay. Yeah, dude. Trivium, I saw Trivium at the Aztec last year. Similar thing. Mm-hmm. Somebody started fighting, and they stopped the show, and Matt Heafy was like, y'all fucking fighting down there?
Yeah.
And, it got squashed or whatever, and it went on. But, dude, it's no joke sometimes. People underestimate. They're like, what can happen? It's just fun. You just got to keep your eyes open.
Yeah, you just gotta pay attention.
Yeah, move out of the fucking way if some huge dude is, like, barreling over towards you. But it is all in good fun, though, too. So there is that. Shit, come and take it. Acacia Strain. I went out there for that show maybe 5 months ago. And right at the beginning, man, that was a sold-out show. And I'm sure you've been to Come and Take It Live. It is real narrow in there and just gets packed in there. So we were there enjoying the show, whatever. I stepped out to their little patio, and there was this chick on a stretcher, and her ankle was like that fucking big. And she was like, it's my first time here. Well, I was like, that's the classic. That is the classic. But
now you'll learn from that. Yeah, now you'll learn from that.
Let's see what brotherhood looks like on that front. See, staple bands like that, I'm so glad you brought them up, because Julian was telling me the same thing. Mm-hmm. He was like, man, Mark, you don't understand. Like, brotherhood is going to tear this city a new asshole.
Yep.
I was like, well, then I want to be a part of that. you know what I mean? And that's at Bonds?
Is it?
I think it is. I have to recheck. It's either Bonds or Fitz's.
I think it's Fitzgerald.
Might be Fitz?
I'm not.
Okay. Good. That'll give me an excuse to get my happy ass out there.
There you go. And then you can't forget venues like 502.
Do they do a lot of electronic stuff now?
It's weird. I've seen like bands like Executioner and Burnout, like metal. That a good buddy of mine, Lloyd, who does Sell Your Soul Productions. He does a lot of doom metal and the headliner was Duel out of Austin, doom metal band.
Nice, okay.
And so they'll have like that night, but then they'll have like pop music night.
Oh,
like
they're
pop
mixing it up.
And then they'll have like Latin music night. Like it's a variety of stuff for people, so it's not just metal and punk or it's a little bit of everything.
It's gonna be that one that we had a band called Zero Wolf in here.
Yes, they've played there.
Their drummer is big into EDM, and he listed me off a few venues, and 502 was one of them. I know it was. So yeah, they must be one of the venues, and it's real smart, honestly. Like become a music place instead of a metal or a EDM or a rap place. You know what I mean? I do need to find some good hip hop bars though. I need to get some hip hop dudes up in here. Tough one.
Yeah.
We'll have to do some internet research on this one. I'm not a hip hop guy.
Yeah, I'm not really hip. I like hip hop. I grew up with old school hip hop, but I couldn't tell you where there's a venue that does
gonna be tough
hip hop live shows.
And Rhett, my partner, he's damn sure. He's. I'm not gonna say an age. He'll get mad at me, and I don't know. I don't know exactly how old Rhett is. But yeah, he's not gonna be much help on the hip hop venue side either. We're kind of diehard metalheads. But we'll see, man. This city has not ceased to amaze me yet with things that just shake out.
Oh, and doom metal, Faust Tavern on the St. Mary's Strip.
Faust Tavern.
It's a little bitty small place. but a lot of the doom metal bands go through there.
What is one of the, if you had to say in the city, like one of the biggest doom metal influences is out here? You're not the first one to bring up the doom scene to me.
Like a lot of the bands that I've seen some from here in town, but I know a lot of my first introduction to it was some bands like Duel from Austin, High Desert Queen, real good band here that's in that scene, Thunder Horse, with Stephen Bishop.
Have anything to do with Death Clock at all?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
But he was in... brain fart. But no, Steven's been in a lot of big name bands here in San Antonio.
Nice. Sweet.
And they're I've seen them at Amp Room with High Desert Queen.
There's another one I gotta get out to. The fucking
Amp Room.
I hear about the Amp Room all the time. So the doom metal guys, though, it really is interesting you brought that up. Would you surmise them to be with like the tech goth scene?
A lot of everything I've seen from doom metal,
Or like electro doom?
They're very like 70s.
Yeah.
Like that 70s Sabbath, like even where you see some of the bands play. Like there's a cool band. I think they're from Jonestown.
Yeah.
Heth. They're super cool, but they all like kind of bell bottoms and boots and
wow.
But it's very like slow and drummy but fucking heavy.
Have you heard of Primitive Man?
I have heard of Primitive Man.
They opened that Acacia Strain show at Come and Take It. Very doomy. Just real, you know what I mean? Heavy as dick, though. I mean, god damn. And honestly, my buddy Hondo, shout out Hondo, he's in boot camp right now for the Navy.
Oh, wow.
And he plays in Lone Star Massacre, Ammo for My Arsenal, vocalist in both, right?
Played both of those guys.
He went with me to that show. I took him right before he was about to ship out. He's a huge Acacia Strain guy, and I had seen Fit for an Autopsy at the Freeman and wanted to catch them on their headlining tour, so we both went. Ended up meeting Devin Schittiker at Chipotle, the guitarist for Acacia. Got pictures with him before the show. So we're up front, and man, I'm finding out I have a bit of a space issue. We were at the front, and it was a sold out show. Primitive Man was coming up. So I stayed front row for them for maybe 2 or 3 songs, but brother, it got so thick behind me. And we were in that one corner on the inside of the stage at Come and Take It, where there's no real direct avenue out of there. You know what I mean? So
you're in.
You're in. No, you're fucking way in. So I got some video and shit, and I started making my exit. I ended up going to the top, and I swear to you, Hondo did not leave his spot the whole show. Dude, he had a fucking blast, man.
At least you know where to find him.
Oh, I knew exactly where the fuck he was at. Yep, every second. And it ended up being a great show, but Primitive Man really hit me. That was the first real sludge doom band.
What do they call it? Like desert metal? I think that's another term.
I can hop on board with that.
Very, very heavy, droney, but heavy, you know.
Droney's another great word for it.
But it's good. But I've heard bands where they come on and they sound like Ozzy. The singer sounds like Ozzy with Sabbath, or you know.
Yeah.
Just but then you get a whole other kind of subgenre where I always call it just the straight up rock and roll.
Yeah.
Like the Heroin here in town, the Fixations, where it's just like straight up rock and roll. Like that's the way I look at it, just straight up rock and roll.
They were on Chancla, right? Main stage Chancla.
Yes.
Yep. I've got a show coming up. We're gonna do Zero Wolf, a lot of veterans in that band. Haywire. Chris is a veteran. Brian, the guitarist, is a veteran.
I believe Linwood, the singer from Heroin, is a veteran.
That's okay. So that's where it tied in. So I'm in this group. We're doing a Veterans Day show at VFW Post XXX. I'll put it in the comments. I can't think of it right
76?
off. Yes.
Downtown?
I think it is.
Off
yeah.
Broadway?
Yep.
Been there.
Show there, and it's got that stage with the metal poles on it.
I think so, right? When you're walking up to the right.
Yep. That is the one.
And you have the Riverwalk right behind it.
I didn't know that. That's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be a part of that show. The Heroine is playing that show. I was stoked, man. They were like, yeah, we got the Heroine on here, and I saw their set at Chocla. I think I was walking a piss or something, and they were on.
Very high energy.
Very good too.
Linwood has an amazing stage presence.
Yep, the stage presence was great. The music sounded great. I'm a big vocal guy. Like if you get on stage and you have a good sound guy that puts you at the front of the mix, right where you're supposed to be, and you're not on, that is a huge turnoff for me. But they were spot on. They were spot on. I thought their performance was great. The little that I saw of it. But I can't wait to check out the whole set, though, at that Veterans Day show.
Oh, yeah. It'll be a good set, too.
Now that we're talking about it, Chuck, there's a whole lot of shit coming up this year that's just going to be real good. And maybe this will be... I know there's a couple sessions in here real soon, so maybe we'll wrap it up here. Chuck, it's been awesome. What a great conversation today to have.
Always, thank you, man.
Yeah,
it's been
in
great.
The studio.
It's been great being here.
I think if there's one thing that we've shown everybody today, there's a lot coming up this year.
There's a lot coming up.
A whole lot. If you've got time and you want to go out and have some fun, hit up one of the hundreds of thousands of shows that are going on this year. Support the promoters, support the local scene, support guys like me and Chuck, but more importantly, support the bands out here that are really just trying to... The market out here is extremely saturated. Yeah. And for them to even be doing it says one thing, but every one of them can use your support. So if it's merch, tickets to a show, whatever it might be, support how you can.
Cassette tape of their album?
A cassette tape. Vinyl's coming back too
Vinyl,
now.
And now cassette tapes.
Yep. Support where you can, and other than that, we'll see you next time.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. Yeah.